Good morning, Lobster Crew. Pour out your coffee, stockpile your memes, and check your package. This is a nice one. Oh, gentle Monday morning. Oh. Enei, Charlie Blix. It's called Dark Water. That's right, y'all. Lubricate your stepmothers. Subjugate your stepfathers. That's what our crustacean overlords would want.
Open your eyes and see the waters rising, waters rising. Dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the dark waters rising. Open your eyes and see the
Yes! It's a lovely little winter warmer. Which is good because it's absolutely fucking freezing in here. You wouldn't believe. Got this. It's not enough. Oh, it's a bit hot actually. That's a little bit too hot. I might just keep this here. It's a bit. Oh god, yeah, there we go. We're in business, ladies and gentlemen. It's 4 minutes past 10. It's the 28th of January, 2019. The Chinese year of the strap-on radiator. It's my new invention. I'm going to go on Dragon's Den with it soon. It's they retail at $29.99. You get a free lobster, and you get free to you, free to a good home, free coffee and memes.
Steady job and a couple extra lobsters. That's all I want.
You're getting on. You're pushing 30, Sluggy. You know, it's time to think about getting some ambition.
I always figured I'd live a little bit longer without it.
Don't forget, kid, that what you're trying to do here is to be bright and chipper and entertaining and intelligent and sort of glitzy, and that's funny, and it's kind of cool, and it's interesting, and it's edgy, and all of that. It puts that facade of momentary charisma on you, and if you don't play that out, you actually fail. The lobster patriarchy
has many of the top memes, many of the top memes, many of the top memes.
The lobster patriarchy
has many of the top memes.
and that is so true that it's almost unbelievable.
I guess quite clearly here I do not have enough heat in my package. This is a problem, sadly, now affecting a large swathe of the population. And some people, they got too much. How about you share a little bit of that package around? Share a little bit of that heat, eh? I need to put some heat under the sucker. Woo-wee. Yeah. Oh, it's Monday. It's absolutely brass monkeys out there. There's threats of snow for tomorrow. I don't believe it. Sounds like fake news to me. Sounds like the coughs and splutters of a dying mainstream media desperately trying to harvest clicks and ad revenue from suckers like me. I won't stand for it.
It's appalling.
It's not great. Hey, listen, there's some good stuff in the news today. some flat Earth news, Nazi dwarf planet, things you shouldn't Google, poo donor, schoolboy rookie mistake thieves, vegan sausage rolls too posh. There's some good bits, man. There's some cool bits. I got some good in terms of shoe throwers. No, that's what we're all here for, really. That new Enide bet, choice, and got a new Bop, new Gancher and Ruin, new Clacks, new hashtag. Strange artist name, but you know it's fine. It's not for me to judge. I could play that Culprit remix of Mephius, which is technically dubstep, but it's fine. I think it's a good record. It's loud. It's very loud. It will be louder than most other things. What else we got? Crocodile, Small Dick, Human Bone in Primark, fake cigs with asbestos in them. That's rough, isn't it? Where are these cut? Who is making these things? Like, if you're gonna make, I don't know whether or not they're sort of urban myths. You hear about drugs being cut with rat poison. Seems like an odd thing to cut drugs with. I don't know that much about it, but I mean, presumably, if you're selling drugs, you want to continue to sell drugs for as long as possible, really. So if everyone who takes your drugs dies, it's not a very good business model, is it? But yeah, well, let's just get into this then. Come on, we might as well. We're here now, aren't we? All right, fine. Tom Woods of the Lad Bible reports fake cigarettes containing asbestos, arsenic and human poo found in the UK. Why are you putting asbestos, like the number one thing that people know you should not be breathing in? It's like, what are we going to cut these cigs with? Don't know, some herbs, possibly some basil, a little bit of thyme, some oregano. No, how about asbestos? Yeah, great idea.
Too much heat in one package.
No. Officials have warned consumers about a large number of fake cigarettes found in the UK that contain dangerous substances like arsenic, rat droppings, asbestos and human faeces. The illegal cig trade is thought to cost the UK more than $2 billion each year in unpaid duty. Wow, and think about the money it's costing those decent, honest, God-fearing cigarette companies. Spare a thought, eh? Spare a thought. Let's get a GoFundMe page. Let's get a Just Giving page for Mr. Marlborough, for Philip Morris. Come on, poor lad. He's losing out on all this revenue to these maniacs selling arsenic cigs. That's before we get into the fact that it isn't exactly useful for people who are trying to give up smoking for good. Right, okay. Yeah. The Local Government Association, the LGA, the organisation responsible for over 370 local councils in England and Wales, not Scotland though, apparently, just up there doing their own shit, aren't they? Wants courts to impose larger fines on those found guilty of selling dodgy tabs. In recent times, officials have used sniffer dogs, narcs, to hunt down hauls of hooky cigs. They've been found stashed away in all sorts of places, including inside walls and underneath the floor of shops, stuck inside boxes of other products, and even inside the cistern of a toilet. Yum, toilet fags. They might already contain human poo. But how much? Simon Blackburn, a representative of the LGA, said, the sale of cheap, illegal cigs is funding organised crime. It's always funding organised crime, isn't it? You're just trying to save money on your cigs or buy a couple of moody DVDs, and before you know it, you're funding terrorism. It's a shame, isn't it? It's and we might all be sharing Nazi memes by accident, just normal innocent memes that have been made by Nazis, according to Vice. Article I read the other day that made very little sense, but yeah, we're probably just still Nazis, aren't we? It's also making it easier for young people to get hooked, which undermines efforts to help people quit. Fake cigs contain higher levels of cancer-causing toxins than standard cigs. Bigger fines need to be imposed by the courts to deter the sale of illegal tobacco. I mean, I don't imagine we're going to come up with a solution now, but like imposing harsher sentences and harsher punishments for this sort of thing, is it a deterrent? Seeing as that, you can get life imprisonment for smuggling drugs, but people still do it, don't they? They still do it. What's the solution? Make it all legal. Cigarettes aren't the only fake product causing a bit of trouble at the minute. In the past few weeks, police have discovered lots of fake vodka in the Yorkshire city of Hull. Ranadoff vodka is thought to have been made with industrial strength alcohol that can cause blindness or death if consumed. Yeah, that's not ideal, is it? The local authority of the city tweeted, "Warning, if you spot Radanoff vodka on sale, do not buy it or drink it. It's a fake brand recently seized in Hull. It could contain industrial strength alcohol, which causes blindness or death." The statement continues, "Tests are still being carried out on the bottles seized. Until they are complete, we have no knowing of what is in the bottle. However, we do know this product does not contain duty stamps, and a barcode doesn't link to a real product." Yeah, I personally, any products that I buy ever, I always make sure I check the barcode to make sure that it is genuine. As well, you should do too. Fake alcohol is not only dangerous, it can contain car screen wash and antifreeze. I thought that was a myth. Is that actually true? I mean, I'm only getting my information here from The Simpsons. It's also costly. It's thought the alcohol fraud cost the UK a cool bill a year. Make sure you're getting the real deal, guys. Oh, well, thanks for that, Tom Woods. That's been exceptionally informative. So don't be smoking moody cigs, because you're probably funding ISIS. I think it's what we can take away from that. Right, let's have this one. It's by ######. It's called Doc001. I wonder if this is some sort of computer error. Anyway, it's Solvent Records, number 50. Grief in the chat saying the paedophile politicians need the tax money. Is that where the tax money goes? Straight to the pedos. Okay. Oh. Power Gen in the chat says, I got chatting with the police at a festival where the Loop were testing pingers and discovered that some powder and pills had concrete in it. Surely should make it out something edible. Difficult to prosecute too, as it's not illegal to supply concrete. Because you get people under the Trade Description Act. So interestingly, if you are interested in this sort of thing, I'm hopefully going to have Fiona Measham, who runs the Loop, on the show end of March. Talking about everything they're doing, testing drugs and, you know, trying to raise awareness of bad drugs. Help people be safe, practice safe sesh and such. I think it'd be very interesting. That's hashtag with Doc001. Seems like a reasonable name for an artist and a song. Fine by me. Decent bit of gear. Anyway, Flat Earth news. Flat Earth videos to be sidelined by YouTube in new crackdown. Fucking outrageous.
It's appalling.
It's not on, is it? Come on, people are just trying to get the truth out there. People are trying to, you know, let others know what's really going on. Trying to... It's just these round Earth shills. They've infiltrated YouTube now, and they're suppressing the truth. It's not on. Rob, the Metro reports. YouTube is the unofficial home of the Flat Earth Brigade, with a jaw-dropping number of videos claiming our planet is some kind of magical pancake floating in space. No one says magical pancake, Rob. Don't get ridiculous, man. It's just flat and hollow. It's not a magical pancake. Let's try and be sensible here, okay? But that is about to change, as YouTube has promised to stop recommending videos claiming the Earth is flat, along with other blatant lies. Oh, it's a blatant lie, is it, Rob? Oh, well, what a surprise. The nightmare angel of the expressway is also a round Earth shill. Shame on you, Metro. Shame on you. It's part of a crackdown on conspiracy videos, including jet fuel can't melt steel beam style content about the 9/11 attacks that destroyed the World Trade Center in New York. YouTube said, we'll begin reducing recommendations of borderline content and content that could misinform users in a harmful way, such as videos promoting a phony miracle cure for a serious illness, claiming the Earth is flat, or making blatantly false claims about historic events like 9/11. Now, who gets to decide what is blatantly false? That's what I ask you. Are YouTube now self-appointed arbiters of truth? Are you YouTube? Are you really YouTube? You think you've got it all worked out, have you? This is the Illuminati now. The Illuminati have infiltrated YouTube, and they're going to be taking down the truth. They're going to be suppressing the truth, suppressing people's freedoms and liberties. And soon the interdimensional shape-shifting vampires will actually be able to come down the internet pipes into your home and not only watch you have embarrassing sex with your significant other, but also they'll be able to drink your blood via email. We think this strikes a balance between maintaining a platform for free speech and living up to our responsibility to users. YouTube claims that the move will affect less than 1% of videos. I mean, how much less than 1% of videos? There's a goddamn lot of videos on YouTube. So, like, you know, 0.9% is probably about 1 billion videos. Here's one we made earlier. 5 facts that prove the Earth is flat. All right, let's get in on this action. 7 minutes long. Oh, come on, there must be someone talking in it.
Explain further. I've got the ice cream sandwich here to prove it. You see, Space Camp isn't all it's cracked up to be. It's a 10-year-long training regime, and no one's ever completed it. What does this have to do with ice cream sandwiches? Clearly you've never had space food. After the physical challenges, the flight safety, the swimming lessons...
No idea. That's probably one of Rob Wa's homemade pornos or something. I've absolutely no idea. The misleading videos will remain on YouTube even after they're phased out of its recommendation list. Many flat earthers report having found their faith via online articles and video sites with stickers saying, research #flatearth. Don't let truth offend you, let it change you. Research flat earth.
Look into it.
Right, no comments on this, sadly. I would have thought that the flat earthers would have got to this already and would try out here trying to spread the truth, but they're obviously, I don't know, a couple of hours behind. This article's been up for nearly 2 hours and they haven't. It's a shame, but luckily I'm here to tell y'all that the real truth of the matter is it's flat and hollow, man. It's flat and hollow. Just think about it. The water would fall off. That's all I'm saying. It's just
look into it.
Right, look, what else we got? Yeah, NASA believe best picture of mysterious Nazi dwarf planet. The Ultima Thule. I mean, it's rough, isn't it? I mean, it's nice to know that there are other life forms out there in the space. You know, the space. Well, it's nice to know there are other life forms out there. Shame that it's not Nazi dwarves, though, isn't it? It's not what I would have expected. I mean, it sounds like a bad B movie. What are you going to do? Ultima Thule might look like a cute snowman to you, but to some people, it's a shocking reminder of the Nazis. What's going on here? Should I have pre-read this article? Jasper Hamill, come on, deliver. You can do it. I believe in you. NASA has just released the best picture of this faraway dwarf planet, which has the same name as the mythical home of the Aryan race. Ah, I see. It was snapped by the New Horizons probe during the flyby on January 1st, 2019, from a distance of just 4,200 miles. Ultima Thule, is that where the area... Right. You know what? I'm going to be honest with you, I don't know that much about the sort of history of the Aryan race. It's the most distant object ever explored by humanity. The new pictures reveal new details about its terminator, or day/night boundary, near the top, including small pits which are almost half a mile wide. Is that where the Nazi dwarves live? I don't know. A large circular pit on the smaller lobe that's about 4 miles across can also be seen in the image. It's not clear whether these formations were formed when Ultima Thule was born during the formation of the solar system 4.5 billion years ago, if they were caused by materials venting from the inside of the object. Maybe their holes were dug by these Nazi dwarves. I don't know. It's worth looking into, though, isn't it? NASA said both lobes also... What? I mean, what's going on here? When do we get to the Nazi dwarves bit? There's a tie to Nazi mythology. The people at NASA knew that and picked the name anyway. Oh dear, maybe NASA are all secret Nazis. I mean, share a few of the same letters in it. 4-letter word. NASA, Nazi.
Look into it.
Don't know, it looks a bit iffy to me, mate. There are literal Nazis marching in the street. It's not okay. It's not an okay choice by the federal government. When did they decide to name this? What, like recently? Would seem like a bit of a weird thing to do. I don't know. I just don't know. No, science writer Shannon Ciarán also wrote, Ultima Thule is the place in Nazi mythology where the Aryan race was born. It is still a term used by the alt-right today. I believe this makes the term inherently bad. Nazis are bad. I think we can all agree on that. This is a weird choice of name. Why? Can we get? Are there any sound bites from NASA about this? Are they doing it as a laugh? Was it a bet? Did they? Well, what is often the case with these sort of things is they open it up to the internet, and it would be called like just asteroid face or something, or cut for Bieber, or something along those lines. I don't know. Look, there's too much in this article, Jasper Hamill. This is, I mean, you could have summed this up in a couple of paragraphs. Come on, get all your little journalistic nuggets, flying out immediately. It's too much. Why? Because fuck Nazis, that's why. Okay, yeah, cool. One of our followers also chimed in with like, oh, lots of F-bombs and Nazis. Yeah, I mean, yeah, okay, fine. Why have NASA... Oh, no, I don't understand. Why are we even bothering? Statics. Why clacks? Jimmy, yes indeed, Clacks are from Brighton. Lovely bunch of lads, I know them very well. Strapping chappies. They're also, the three of them are in a polyamorous relationship together. Not a lot of people know that. Alright, so finally Jasper Hamler's got to the point in this bloody Nazi dwarf planet. So as a quick look at Wikipedia will tell you that the phrase Ultima Thule was used by the Romans to refer to a northern land just outside the bounds of the known world. But some of the crackpot occultists who inspired the Nazi party believe Ultima Thule was the real and actual birthplace of the Aryan race. A group called the Thule Society was involved in the early stages of the Nazi Party's formation and had a member list which included some of the murderous regime's most famous names. Unfortunately, expunging absolutely everything from our culture, which has a connection to the Nazis, is likely to be difficult. Sounds like Nazi talk to me, Jasper Hamill. I'm only joking. Several major companies which still exist today were linked to the Holocaust Nazi scientists were also involved during the birth of the US space program. Also, the swastika is actually based upon the ancient Hindu symbol that is still used across India and other countries. Well, there you go, that one. That settles that one. Fine. Shut it down. You know, shut down NASA, I think. They've had their time. They've had a good run at it. But I'm sorry, mate. It's time to leave. Time to shut this place down. Right, look, 5 things you should never, ever put into your Google image search. I guess we'll go through this one together, shall we? Let's load up a few Google image tabs and we'll get cracking. Okay, Google Images Search is a magnificent tool for letting you look up anything your mind can conjure. But in some cases, there are roads you just shouldn't travel. Well, I'm a renegade, I'm a maverick, I play by no one's rules but my own, and if anything, you've egged me on, Metro. So let's get into it. Fournier. Evan Fournier is a French pro basketball player who currently steps up as a shooting guard for the Orlando Magic. And his nickname is Never Google. Why? Because he unfortunately shares his last name with a type of gangrene that affects the external genital region. All right, let's get it on. Let's get it on. Oh, why does it have to post a giant Metro link at the bloody end of it? Come on, this is going to be annoying. Okay. Oh, God! Oh! Oh, change your name. Oh. No. No. Oh, no, don't. Just don't. Oh, don't do it to yourself. Do not do it to yourself. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Okay. Degloving is the next. We're not going to linger on this one. Suffice to say, it happens when an extensive area of the skin is torn off the underlying tissue. The result is not pretty. It's not something that you ever want to see come up in your search results. But I will give my body to science and research. And, okay. Degloving. Let's get it on. Oh, no. Oh, I thought these were going to be tame. Yeah, honestly, mate, Blue Waffle is not as bad as those last two. This is not. I shouldn't. Okay, look, there's 3 left. Harlequin ichthyosis. Harlequin ichthyosis is a severe genetic disorder that mainly affects the skin. It forms into thick, hard, diamond-shaped plates separated by deep fissures. People born with the condition rarely live past a couple of days. Oh, no, this is going to be really sad. And, no, this is awful. All right, I'll do it. This is going to be probably upsetting, isn't it? Oh, bless him. Yeah, it's no fun, is it? Oh, Right, come on. What else have we got? This is taking a really. This is taking a very sad turn. Calculus bridge. This isn't something of a mathematical. It's something dentist related. This isn't some kind of mathematical formula. Instead, it's what happens when so much tartar is built up inside a person's mouth that it forms an outer layer completely covering both teeth themselves and the spaces in between them. Right, that sounds intriguing. Calculus bridge. Okay, thank you. This is fine journalism, Metro. This is great news. Really, really super cool. Oh wow, that's pretty decent. Wow, it looks like a gum shield. Wow. Wow, that's amazing. That's yeah. I mean, it goes from the just looking a bit narky to like it looks like it just stuck lots of chewing gum all up in there at the same time. Wow, nice work. Okey-dokey, what have we got? Last one. Okay, yeah, mouth lava. I've seen this before. This is impressive stuff. I mean, God bless you if you've ended up in this position. This is it's an unfortunate spot to find yourself in. Mouth lava. Oh, that first one was the worst by far. Yeah, it's just insects living in your gob. You know, little maggots and that. Just in there having a little party. I don't know, presumably you've got some sort of infection. Something's got in there. And they're just having a party, basically. They're just having I don't know, they're having a LAN party or something, whether or not they're all playing Call of Duty together in the same thing, just in your gob. Damn. Yeah. This is the sort. This is like, I imagine. I've always imagined, like, you know, those where they do the SAS. They've got the one on the telly at the moment, the SAS, but they're out in the Andes where there's not a lot of wildlife to encounter up there. It's a pretty bleak and unforgiving landscape. They did do one in the jungle, and I just reckon if I went on that one, within about 5 minutes, I'd have had some sort of insect bite on my knackers that would have immediately been like overrun by lava, and like something would have burrowed its way into my eyes. Like, I just feel like I'm sort of ever susceptible to all that sort of action. Like, I don't know whether or not I just taste particularly good to, I don't know, insects. Like, they're just absolutely dying to, you know, get their chomps around me. Maybe it's just because I'm sweet and delicious. I don't know. Don't hate me because you ain't me. That's all I'm saying.
Too much heat in one package.
Maybe there's too much. Hey, maybe that's why they're trying to burrow in, just for the warmth of the package. I don't know. Right, look. Oh, God. That degloving one, man, like that was particularly bad. Like, you get your finger caught in something and just have the whole lot, and then it's just the bone stick with the bit of the meaty, you know, the meaty bit. Oh, yikes, not keen. Right, look, okay, a little bit of a palate cleanser here. Let's have Velocity by Gantra and Ruin. It's out on Eat Brain. Lovely bit, lovely bit. Woo. Yeah, people de-sock themselves with flip-flops on motorbikes. Yeah. Woo. Velocity, Genshin Ruin. Woo! Yeah, Mr. Merck, misty watercoloured memories of when Goatsy was the worst thing that you could Google. I miss those happy days, he says. Yeah, they were a simpler, gentler time on the internet when, yeah, really, the worst thing you could find was just basically the picture of the inside of a man's bum. Yeah, I long for those days. Oh God, I don't think humans are really, I don't know, mentally equipped to, I don't know, tolerate the constant levels of madness inflicted onto us on a basically daily basis by the internet anymore. I will say that some mornings, like going through the news to look up, you know, find the stupid stories, oh man, there's just some of the most awful things going on in the world. I mean, it makes you feel lucky that, you know, that's not happening to you at this particular moment, but it's like, I don't know if we're supposed to be equipped to see such a influx of terrible things. I don't know. Well, we'd laugh through the pain. What else have we got? Some good news here. Man loses 10 stone in 15 weeks on a journey to save his life. Now, you may remember our boy here. What's he called? Oh, Darren. Dibsy. Oh, yeah. Dibsy, he's from up north, and he had a personal trainer. He says, look, you're in a pickle here. It's make or break. I'll help you out for free, but he had an idea that it was to go around all the local takeaways and put up a sign saying that he was banned. And, yeah, he's only gone and lost 10 stone, 63 kilos in 15 weeks, which is... like, obviously, like when you're really big, it comes off a lot quicker. But that is amazing. Like 63 kilos, that's 2/3 of me. Like I'm 6'4", and like 94 kilos. 2/3 of me he's managed to lose in bloody best part of 4 months. Powerful Dibsy. Anyway, he's eating right. He's walking up hills. He's getting it done. He's getting yoked. He's getting, you know. Yeah, he's done good. The 35-year-old trainer put Dibsy on a high-protein diet, restricting him to 3,000 calories a day. Over the past 15 weeks, he's managed to cut around 1 million calories from his diet. Pooh! Good boy. Mike said, Dibsy has been absolutely incredible. I'm so proud of the work he's done and the progress he has made. He knew it was going to be hard work, but it was a choice of life and death, and luckily he's taken the right path. Good lad. Yep. I mean, maybe, God, Jesus, I mean, if you kept going at that rate, it'd be absolutely ripped by the end of the year. It'd just be bodied up. It'd just go around smashing up takeaways. It's like the Incredible Hulk. Oh, God. Hey, look, talking of, where is he? Talking to bodybuilders. Come on, where's he gone? I know you're around. Oh, yep, here he is. Guy who lived off fish and rice cakes is now absolutely hench. So you might remember him from he was on a BBC thing about bodybuilding, and they had a video of him basically saying that all he ate was fish and rice. Where is he? Come on. Oh, the documentary was called Baby-Faced Bodybuilders. Oh, he was only 16 at the time. Damn. Come on.
Just my fish for me 12 o'clock meal. I'll have it with a rice cake.
In the run-up to any competition, Danny's trainer puts him on a strict diet.
8 o'clock in the morning, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 10 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 12 o'clock, I'll have fish and a rice cake. At 2 o'clock, I'll have fish. At 4 o'clock, just before I train, I'll have fish and a rice cake. I'll train, I'll have me fish, I'll come home, have some more fish with a rice cake.
It's quite fish and rice
and then
cake
have some
based.
Fish before I go to bed, and then that's it for the day. Just should start shredding fat.
Yeah, so apparently that was just for the 2 weeks out before competitions. And anyway, now he's absolutely fucking hench. He's an absolute beast of a man. Let me see if I'll get him up. Yikes. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah. Woo-wee. Yep. Look at him. He is a absolute unit. Oh, my God. He's bodied up. Wow. Yeah, I mean, it works then, doesn't it? Jesus, that was a long time ago. At 29 years old, he's an absolute man mountain. Indeed, it would be a brave soul who would take the piss out of him these days. Jesus, he is... I mean, he's obviously on the gear, don't get, clearly, but, wow. Yeah, fish and rice cake diet, man. It's going to get you where you need to go. Oh, God. At the time, I was embarrassed, but I've embraced it. I look completely different now. And when I say I'm into the gym, people ask if I'm on the fish and rice cakes, not knowing it was me. Is that a thing? Is that did it sort of become a meme that, look at him over there, he's on the fish and rice cakes? Moral of the story is you can get mega buff without only eating fish and rice cakes. Oh, okay. Good, thank God. I don't really like fish. Wow, yeah, he's absolutely jacked. God bless him. He's, he is the Swole Patrol. Right, look, what else have we got here? All right, look, let's play this Culprit remix of... get rid of that. Culprit remix of Matthieu. It is called Culprit remix of Ring Shifter. Woo. This is absolutely outrageous. Yeah, Culprit remix The Ring Shifter by Demetrius. Beastly. Beastly tune. Yep, well, that's an early contender for Shoe Thrower of the Week, undoubtedly. People in the chat are definitely keen. Shut it down, yeah. We should campaign against this. Boycott the Culprit remix The Ring Shifter. That's it, it's too much, too good. You're making the rest of us look bad. Right, what else have we got here? People with beards are healthier and more handsome, according to research. Probably not worth, no need to go any further than the headline on that one, really. Might as well just take that one as scientific fact. All right, here's the opinion of Tom Wood, clean-shaven Tom Wood of the Lad Bible. It's just, let's just bear that in mind. Despite the fact that there's a small chance that there's a load of poo in them, and people keep coming up with ever-worsening ideas to make you look like a twat, researchers discover there's a good chance your face fuzz keeps you healthy and handsome. Yeah, well, you're obviously shilling for shaven face, aren't you, Tom Woods? Fucking shaved face shill. What, you work for Gillette now, do you? Here we go. Great news for those of us who can't grow facial hair. At least we've got something to blame for the fact that we're ghoulish, sickly creatures. Right, good. Okay, finally, some truth, Tom Woods. Finally. Anyway, beards have been scientifically, and the word scientifically is used fairly loosely here. How dare you? The word scientifically is used empirically whenever it's to back up something that I believe in. Honestly, you wouldn't believe how spurious evidence can be, how spurious something can be, and me still believe it if it backs up my side of an argument. It could just be like an opinion of someone in a pub. It's like, oh, it's actually, oh right, yeah, okay, great.
Too much heat in one package.
Anyway, beards have been scientifically, and I use the word scientifically fairly loosely here, proven to make men more attractive. They also apparently have hidden health benefits that you might not previously have been aware of. So, according to the professors of the University of Queensland, beards can protect your face from 95% of harmful UV rays. Cool. That's not that much use in the UK, but still nice to know. That's a UPF, ultraviolet protection factor, to you and me of 21. And I say that's pretty cool. The lead author of the research, Professor Alfio Parisi, backed up the claims to The Independent. He explained, while beards will never be as sun-safe as sunscreen, they certainly are a factor in blocking UV rays. Well, maybe if you... could there be an argument for sort of shaving off your beard and selling it as a sort of mask for people that don't want to use sunscreen? Because there are a lot of... this is quite a popular thing with the anti-vaxxers, saying that sun cream gives you cancer, apparently. So I guess if they want to be all natural and stuff, why not wear a mask made of beard? Obviously, if you're a male anti-vaxxer, you can try and grow the beard yourself. If you're a female anti-vaxxer, perhaps you could get on the hormones, or you could buy one. Maybe I could. I don't think it would take a few months of growth to get enough to cover your, even quite a light covering of that. How much do you think you can retail a beard mask for? 50 quid? 100 quid? Guess it depends on... It will probably depend on colour of the hair. The darker the better, I would assume. Worth thinking about, isn't it? Could be a good side hustle. Joe Waits has probably got enough beard now, easily. Maybe for even like 2 child beard masks. Can you imagine how terrifying that would be? You go to the beach and like, what the hell's going on over there? Why are they wearing fully face-covering masks made of thick communist beard? What's going on there? This is yeah, man, it's just fashion. I can't keep up with it. It's this basic bitch fast fashion. Can't keep up with it. But wait, there's more. The lower UV exposure has other benefits to your face of the hirsute fellows. Less UV means slower aging process. That means that despite beards making you look like a 19th century fur trapper, your skin will actually be more youthful and wrinkle-free. Unlucky. Shaved face shills. And bearded folk, you're also less likely to contract skin cancer. Cool. Dr. Adam Friedman a Harley Street dermatologist told The Independent sun exposure is the primary cause of photo-aging and skin damage, so it makes sense that if your face is covered by a heavy beard, it may protect the skin from the signs of aging. And it makes you look like a pretty cool dude, in my humble opinion. Right, look, to play us out. Look, we should have this Gigante bit. No, actually, I'm going to save that for tomorrow. Hall of Mirrors by Quartz. Some metalheads. Oh, it's nice. Oh, hold on, we played that last week. I'm getting confused. Let's play this Gigante bit.
Vision for me was never just about which DJ played my song, which label was cool.
Little Luke Master sample there.
Much more than that.
I know, because I've used it.
Touch generations, liberate cultures, make people fall in love, make people cry. It's true emotion.
Oh, there's some communists in the chat.
Communist detective.
It's true emotion. It's always been much more than that.
It's all kicking off in the chat now. The commies are out.
Music for me was never just about which DJ played my song.
Capitalism can't exist without exploitation, unemployment, poverty and violence. Sounds a little bit like communism to me. Mass starvation, deaths, killing, 100 million death toll. Oh yeah, it's fine.
Make people cry. It's true emotion. It's true emotion. It's always been much more than that.
Alright, that is Peacock Strut by Gigante. Lovely little slice. Bit on Viper. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Choice. Alright, well, it's the end of the show. Nice to finish on a collective tear up about communism versus capitalism in the chat. Well, it just leaves me time to shout out the VIP list of a fine bunch of evil capitalists who are supporting the show on Patreon. I don't know, hold on a second. Is supporting a show on Patreon, is that communist or capitalist? I don't know. It could maybe be a bit of both. These people supporting for $10 a month or more, helping to keep the lights on, basically, and keep doing this show every single day. and helping me grow this monstrous machine into I don't even know what. So Oliver Hooper, Nicholas Goncalves, Tom Ryan, Reece Mosson, Squidgy Beats Parsons, Pauly Hutton, Ciarán R, Michael Kedzierski, Matthew Tomkins, Dave Long, Joel Potter, Colm Murphy, Sam Howard, Tony J, Richard Patterson, Jack Murphy, Tom Camm, Stephen Harris, Matthieu Boulard, Zara Pickle, Jeroen Van Thunderbutt, Mike Pye, Anthony Walker, Lily Unsub, Richard Franks, Thomas Hall, Chode Ryder, Andrew Heichelbech, John Finison, BDR Crew, Peter Blatchford, Austin Grief Coupar, Gennady Lightfield, Ryan Glaser, James Parry, Dave Thompson, Hendo Bartendo, Lady Scriffington, Liam the Menace Underwood, Dan fucking Morris, a guy with no STDs, and Justin Mercer. What a fine bunch of good quality evil capitalists you all are. I love you very, very dearly. Hey, look, I will be back at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. More of these coffees, more of these memes. And with any luck, Mukid will be in tomorrow evening for a podcast, and we should have Jim back for another Rankin Radio podcast on Thursday evening, I believe. And then until then, just keep putting the heat in the package, man. Just cram as much heat into it as possible until it reaches critical mass, implodes, and takes the entirety of reality and the space-time continuum in with it. That's the doomsday that we're all out for when the clock hits midnight. We really have too much heat in the package. How's the communist argument going on in the chat? Yeah, some people are still going on with it. That's a bit fun, isn't it? Anyway, I love you all. I will see you tomorrow morning at 10. God bless.